thanks for slithering in. I am Symtherin and welcome back to my channel and to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we are doing another occult build. This is probably our last occult build before Halloween, which is super sad. But some of you may have guessed in the last video or in the comment section in the last video. But Spellcasters is the final occult that we are building for this season. I guess that isn't too much of a surprise because honestly witches are like my favorite thing ever, hence the username, you know, Harry Potter type magical stuff. So love it, and I had so much fun with this one, so I cannot wait to really get into it and talk about this build. It's very whimsical. It's definitely lighter compared to some of my other like spooky October builds, which have been like darker, haunted, like really moody colors and warm tones and things of that nature. But I really did have fun with this one, so I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, you know, let me know down in the comments below. I always love to hear all of your opinions. The shape of the exterior of this build kind of came together because I had a few different like reference pictures open, but nothing like direct, if that makes sense. I pretty much had like the grassy roof texture on a build, the round roof pieces in another build, and like the overgrown feel in some other like other pictures that I was looking at. So I won't really pop them onto the screen because that is a lot to look at, but just know it kind of came together from a few different inspiration pictures that I found on Pinterest because I freaking love Pinterest. If you're, you know, you might know that by now. But I thought this was an absolutely fun build because I decided I wanted to do a little bit of landscaping. I used to use the terrain tool a lot back in the day. When I say back in the day, I'm like 1 to 2 years ago. But I feel like recently I have not used it so much. And it's a shame because it is such a fun tool, but sometimes it can get annoying when you're landscaping or the camera bounces up and down. And right now we're kind of bouncing around the landscaping. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to show it. I feel like it would be boring to see like the same plants kind of placed multiple times, but maybe you have different opinions on that. That's just me. So I tried to do like little sections here and there and kind of show you a little bit, but for the most part the exterior is done and we're just adding some floral details to the roof. I don't think I went too crazy with it, but I did want it to be a little like whimsical. A little whimsy is always fun on a witch's. I think I'm calling it a witch cottage or a spellcaster's cottage. So we're using lots of debug items from Cottage Living, and spoiler alert, we're gonna have 2 builds back to back in the world of Henford on Bagley, because I am actually currently working on one that I really use the terrain tools for that one, and it's part of a collab. So make sure you guys are keeping an eye out and subscribing and hitting those, you know, ring the bell for notifications so you do not miss out. That'll be coming pretty soon. So I can't wait to share that one. I've been having so much fun working on it, but I'm not going to talk about it too much because then I won't have anything to talk about when we look at that one, right? So let's keep talking about this one. I did put like the stone path with like the debug flat stone item from base game kind of going around to the exterior or to the back of the house, but there's really nothing back there. The only like outdoor activity is the cauldron, but I do end up also putting a cauldron inside. So, you know, your sim has some options. This also does have one bedroom, but it kind of, not kind of, it definitely has 2 bathrooms, and we can talk about that too. It might be a little overkill, but I kind of absolutely loved both bathrooms a little too much, so I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. But here in the living room, I definitely wanted to use this corner piece and make my own little bookshelf. We are going to clutter it up. Right now, I'm pulling out like items from Realm of Magic that I want to make sure I include, and we're definitely going to grab a lot of those debug books. The debug books from Realm of Magic are definitely super like magical looking, so I really wanted to include them here. I'm laying them all out because I am going to use the tool mod by Twisted Mexi, which is linked in the description below, to select them all and rotate them to make this part of my life a little easier, where I'm pretty much putting them on these shelves. And I really like how this little living room area came out. We do not have a TV. I did not think that a spellcaster would have one. I feel like I do that a lot in like witchy builds. I don't put TVs in there because I feel like they just have better things to do, you know? Maybe I'm wrong, but like they don't watch TV. That's like a muggle thing, you know? But whatever. Anyway, we are adding some more clutter here. I think we spend some time here, but I really like the details. I do add some candles, so I'm going to just have to ask you guys politely to please ignore that this is a complete fire hazard. Let's remember, spellcasters, you know, they probably control their fire pretty well. Where was I? I just had to kick my cat out of my office because, you know, before I started recording this voiceover, she was on her cat tree, snoozing away, being such a good, quiet girl. And the second I feel like I hit record, she was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna be a Newsome, you know? I'm gonna bother you. I'm gonna jump onto the desk and try and get on your keyboard and eat your crackers and all of that stuff." And she is such an attention seeker. But yeah, so I think I was talking about cluttering up the shelf, which we are actually almost done. I did use those books that are like a shelf from the Book Nook kit to make it kind of look like they are on the actual shelf, or like the built-in shelf that I did here. I think that's a fun trick because then you get like different levels of books, because whose bookcase is like actually perfect? I know mine isn't. Let's see. This is where I decided that this spellcaster should have a cat. I think that's super cute. Maybe it's their familiar, because I think that's a function in The Sims 4. Realm of Magic was actually like the first pack I purchased when I got back into The Sims during the pandemic in 2020. And I mean, for obvious reasons, right? I don't feel like I have to explain it. But I did do a little bit of that gameplay, and I do remember picking a familiar, and it was a black cat, like my cat, because life imitates art, you know? But it was pretty fun what I did play. But it's been so long since then. That was like before I even started this YouTube channel, which is kind of crazy to think about sometimes, you know? Wow. Anyway, we are getting the living room pretty much laid out. I loved using this swatch from the, I think that's the Basement Haven treasure something couch, right? And it just felt so fun and gave this room a pop of color. Now here I am using some No-CC gallery art and using the tool mod to kind of decorate this mantelpiece in a fun way, which I think really turned out pretty cute. So I'm going to actually pause from the speed build and pop up the creator of the No-CC gallery art on the screen so you guys can see it. These beautiful pieces were uploaded to the gallery by Miss Pie, so definitely check them out. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, it was super fun. I tend to forget a lot about no CC gallery art, so if you guys are like tired of the artwork in The Sims 4, which I'm still waiting for a kit for like wall art, like come on. We literally got everything else. Can we get some wall art kit? Uh I would love that actually. Anyway, yeah, always check out the gallery because it's no CC, although I think this might have flagged my build as CC, but it's not. It's CC free. I do not use custom content in any of my builds. I've done like one or two maybe custom content builds in my lifetime, and I've talked about it before, but I guess it's been a while since I've talked about it. But going CC shopping gives me so much anxiety. I just feel like there are too many options out there and I want them all, but I can't have them all because I don't my computer's decent, but it's not like a powerhouse, you know? And I don't want to I don't want it to slow down anymore because I like to build and I get annoyed when my computers move slow. And yeah, but I don't know. Going CC shopping has always just been like a sore point for me. And I don't know, I guess some people can just do that for hours and I admire them for it. But the living room is almost complete. I was looking for the perfect lamp to put here, and then I remembered the Wedding Stories pack comes with like this really cool dragon lantern, and how could I not put it in here? I mean, it's so good. I love that lamp, but I guess I never get to use it because how many like people in real life would really have a dragon lamp? You know, I would. I totally would. But I feel like it really has to match a vibe. And if you're doing something modern, you might not want to use it. But here, I am just decorating a little entryway. It's nothing too spectacular. Just some clutter, a mirror, a dresser. That one's from Cottage Living. A coat rack, some bags. But I want to talk about this bathroom, and I used the same flooring and tile, like wall tile, upstairs in the bathroom, but I feel like I hit the jackpot with this combination. That is a base game tile, and the wall floor, or the wall paint tiling, is from Realm of Magic. I was like, this is so pretty. I don't know what I don't know what it is about it, but I am making a mental note of that because I may want to use this combination again in the future. Who knows? We'll see. But this bathroom's pretty much cluttered. I think I actually keep both bathrooms in for this build. I think so, because the one upstairs is pretty big. So you can very easily make either this one a bedroom or the one upstairs a bedroom. The upstairs layout is a little... It would be pretty tricky to have a second bedroom, but I mean, if you don't mind your sim walking through one bedroom to get to the other bedroom, then that's totally fine, you know? You do you. Or you can probably separate it a little more upstairs if you're, building your witchy family. And yeah, you can edit to your heart's desire. But we're still on the first floor. And right now I'm like, okay, let's get some bookcases in here. And I'm trying to figure out where the kitchen is going to go. So first I played with these blue, what are they called? Counters. And then I was like, nah, I'm not feeling the blue. So then I pulled these Cottage Living. Are these Cottage Living? This might be Country Kitchen kit counters. And I pretty much finished the whole kitchen. And then I go back later when when I work on the dining room area, like the dining table, and the colors weren't doing it for me. I was like, there is something off. I couldn't get like these chairs right, and then the dining table, it wasn't feeling very cohesive. And so I changed the counters here in the kitchen to the horse ranch counters because, I mean, who am I kidding? I love those counters and cabinets, and the wood textures on that are just so amazingly perfect that I couldn't help it. And I haven't used them in a while, so I felt like I deserved it. But I did this cool thing with these hanging plants from the Nifty Knitting stuff pack. I almost said kit. It's not a kit. But because I use the like curtain rods from the Desert Lux kit, I feel like I just drop all these kits on you. Like, I'm just dropping names. So hopefully you don't mind. But I use that, and it's got like a nice little ledge surface thing. I know I've used it before. I've seen other simmers use them as like shelves, like windowsill shelves. But I thought it'd be fun to use it as like maybe the sim or spellcaster, whomever, just wanted to hang some of their favorite plants, and boom, there you go. And because there's not much room for cabinets, I thought it was important that we put some open shelving somewhere just for a little extra storage. We put some plates there. I used the ones from Snowy Escape. I could have used the ones from Horse Ranch, but I kind of wanted to use those for some reason. I don't know. So with that said, I did not limit any of my packs in this build, as I usually do not. Oh, I do end up pulling out these beakers. I got these from the Get to Work debug menu. And I got those because I think they don't have like the animations like the Realm of Magic does. But I do put some Realm of Magic ones around. I just didn't want it to be overpowering, because some builds are like that and it looks really cool like that in live mode when you have all the Realm of Magic like potion beakers around. But I didn't think this one had that kind of vibe. I feel like this build is more of like maybe more of your modern day witch. I mean, she's definitely a good witch, or he, but they just kind of like being alone, you know? They're not in anyone's way. They enjoy nature and being cozy, and they just like their own style, I guess, you know? I mean, to each their own. So this dining room here is what I was talking about. I could not get this together. Now I'm wondering if I actually do leave me switching the counters on camera. I guess we will see in a little bit. But I'm playing with the stools again because the yellow ones weren't like matching what I felt was like the right vibe. I did change the rug, but I put it back to the Nifty Knitting yellow rug. I was really going through it here. This took me a while, and I'm sorry I left it all in. I even toyed with the idea of using mix match chairs there. Yep, we have skipped. Now we have the new counters, and here we are cluttering up this like cauldron space, the indoor cauldron space as I am calling it, because maybe your sim wants to make some potions, but it's raining outside. That doesn't seem ideal. I mean, maybe in like a spooky way that is, but I don't, like I just said, I don't think the spellcaster who lives here is like spooky, you know? I think they just are, and happy-go-lucky and very whimsical. But I do make some windowsills here because we have these big windows, so there wasn't really much like shelf space to clutter up. But here we are now upstairs, and this is the main bedroom, which you have to go outside, walk up the stairs, and then you are in the bedroom. And now that we are doing this, I see that there's furniture in that bathroom next door. So I did not leave the second bathroom on camera. So I apologize for that, even though that is my favorite bathroom in the whole house. There's only 2 of them, but that one's my favorite because of where the bathtub is. Oh, it just looks so cozy. So make sure you guys check that out in the video tour at the end of this video, because it just looks so cozy. I've said it before, my dream is to have a nice, like, fancy bath space. Like, I really want that in my life. But here we are. I did go with the purple bedspread on this Realm of Magic bed, mostly because I felt like the wood tones on the frames really went well with the windows we have going on and the general wood tones in the build. We get a cat tree for our kitty cat friend or friends. And yeah, this is like the second time I'm using purple bedding in a build. Now, the whole bedroom itself isn't like purple themed, but it has that pop of color, and that's why I kind of left these luggage things, because I felt like it kind of tied it in a little bit. And of course we need a desk space, because having a computer is very important in gameplay sometimes. Probably most of the times from what I remember. And there was a little sneak of that bathroom there. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I get some more of these tapestries from Horse Ranch, a plant, maybe another potion, and I get the typewriter computer here from Cottage Living. But I hope you guys really enjoyed. We are at the end of our video. Thanks for joining me on these occult builds. Let me know if there's like any other occults you want to kind of see off season. I know I've heard fairy, but we've got ghosts, we got aliens, you know. Let me know and I'll try and squeeze them in pretty soon. But thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Enjoy the tour. Bye-bye.